Greetings, greetings, greetings. My name is Petra Mag. I'm an art therapist practitioner. That's one of the how to say jobs or teaching or gift I have. I am 48 and have been single my whole life. Why I say I've been single my whole life is I've never been married. To me, if you've never been married, you're single. Um, Even before I finished high school, my mom was like, so when you finish high school, you're gonna get married and have children. I'm like, Mom, no. From 9, I always wanted to join the military, so that's what I'm gonna do. But plans fail because of life situation, stress in a young kid's body. I got rheumatic fever. It's like, what? It's like, but yeah, certain stresses on your body and things that happen in your life. Got rheumatic fever, so I couldn't go to the military right away. So I was sad. So I worked at fast food restaurant. It was not what I want to do. I didn't enjoy it 100%, but I love the customer service part of it. So I put myself into that. Because I know that at my 2 year cutoff, I'm going to be looking for the recruiter again. And it's like, okay, it's time, it's time, it's time. So, what I wanted to do when I joined the military was be in the cavalry because I know I wanted a sword. I know I wanted a sword. And I was like, they let me ride a horse. I knew because I knew it. I rode donkeys growing up. So I was like, okay, it's just a bigger donkey. So I was like, yeah, I'm sure. But I was like, at that time, that's not something that we're letting women do. So I was like, cable operator, cable operator. It's like, and then when I find out how harsh that's gonna be, I'm like, no, let me do some customer service. Let me do some customer service. So I did human resources for a while, and then computers for the rest of my military tour. It's believed sometimes because you're not married and have kids, you don't have a life. Um, you don't have anyone, nobody wants you. That single people are selfish or self-centered. And if you look around, we are kind. We are kind. We we're most likely to volunteer because it's only us. We don't have to mess up anyone's schedule like a husband or kids. So we are kind. We're most likely to volunteer and help out any and everyone, sometimes at the expense of ourselves. But I've learned to say no and enjoy it. I've learned to say no and enjoy it, and without explaining why I said no, because everybody knows no is a complete sentence. Um, it doesn't mean every woman is going to be just like me, or how to say, deep in their heart, they're really like, I'm single, but I don't really like being single. So they may not be like me because I enjoy being single. Um, and the reason I say that is I am the second child, first daughter of 8 children. So I can tell you, I was never alone. I was never alone. Even when it was time to sleep, I was never alone because the room was 3 girls in that room. Well, at the time, she only had 3 girls. The last daughter came after I'd already left. So I was never alone. So I have always, I've always enjoyed a me time, especially when I'm taking a shower. That's the best me time ever. You're like, okay, I have this time to myself. Think about what I want to do, how I did things that day, and just let the water wash down you. I've enjoyed that alone time because the shower is your alone time, only alone time. So I grew up to enjoy that time. At one time, that was like right after high school. I wanted to get married because I was dating, I was like 10, 11, 12. So dating for 3 years. 10, 11th grade, and 12th grade. And I was like, I was looking forward to 12th grade, which means I was going to join the army. But like I said, I had a 2 year stop because I got rheumatic fever. But I was like, I was telling Robert, I was like, let's get married and join the army. But he didn't want to do the army. He didn't want to do the army. He didn't want to leave home or anything. So me, I took off. I took off. I was like, I'm going. I'm gone. I did my basic training. Went to Germany because everybody like, you want to go to Hawaii? No, Hawaii. I just came from the islands. Why would I want to do Hawaii? So I enjoyed Germany. And when you go to Germany, the bus, you can take bus trips every weekend. And if it's a 4 day weekend, you can really travel. You can stay overnight at different places. I saw castles, museums, different stuff. Went to Euro Disney. Oktoberfest is fantastic. Oh yes, if you get the opportunity to go to Germany, Oktoberfest is fantastic, fantastic. I did Paris. Mhm. How let's see. I did the what is it, the Eiffel Tower. It's crowded. So you have to figure out what's off season, but I don't think there's an off season in Paris. So you have to think of what's off season. Um, to me, it was like touring. It's like touring or hiking. That's why I consider it the little trips, touring or hiking. There was one on the ground museum I went to. I enjoyed it, but when I was down there, um, I didn't see the bodies, but I felt the bodies. You know, the coldness, the goosebumps. And they was telling me, you need to go outside. You need to go outside. So it was heavy down there, but I enjoyed visiting with them and listening to them just talk to me in spirit. I enjoyed that. And the reminder was stop visiting the dead. So I never did any of those kind of museums again, even though I enjoy learning about them. So the reminder was stop visiting the dead. So I've never done those again. Um, the different travels, different travels. So enjoying embracing the single life, I do that. A part of being single, if I don't feel like cooking that day, I don't cook. Um, or if I feel late in the night to snack on something, it may not make sense to you, but it makes sense to me because I like to mix and match food, sweet and sour and stuff like that, spicy and sweet and things like that. Being able to do that, it's me. So I'm able to do that without consequences, without saying, okay, well, I don't like this. The ability to read all night, have books on the bed, and don't have anyone saying, so where am I going to sleep? Making plans, canceling plans. You don't have to worry about husband and wife or the kids saying, well, I wanted to go there and I was looking forward to going with you and now you cancel the plans. That's another thing I like and love being about single. If I want to do something, I do something. If I don't, I don't. So I'm not somebody that'll make plans with somebody during the week. Friday, Friday, call me if you want to do something Saturday or Sunday. Because Monday, I might be ready to go. And then Friday comes, I'm like, oh, forget it. I don't want to do anything. So I don't like to make that big plans far in advance because come Friday, I'm like, forget this. I'm just chilling at home. I'm just chilling at home. So that's another thing I like being about single. I'm not disappointing anybody if I decide to stay home and paint, decide to stay home and sew, stay home and clean, or stay home and garden. Okay, so those are things I know. There is so much more things in my mind that I can do. Because another thing I want to do is I want to get my forge so I can make swords. I like doing that. Um, like I say, right now I'm not in the space to do that because it's a rental. Okay, and nosy neighbors might see me setting up a fire forge and they're like, what is she going to be doing? So that's going to be on the back burner until I'm at my farm, which I know is going to be soon. Another thing, wind chimes. I know I can make wind chimes. Okay, because I see things in my head. I'm like, okay, and I come up and do them. And I was like, okay. It's like, huh. I was like, okay, wind chimes is next. There's so many things, but yeah, swords is gonna be my biggest thing. My biggest thing. And that's because I wanted to do the cavalry when I was 9 years old. So I know um, swords. How to say? I know if even if you're 18 years old, watching this video and you're doing this class, let me tell you, the things that are coming up in your head is to me from previous lives, from previous lives. So there was a blacksmith, because that's probably why I want to do swords, and the gardening, because most of my focus, I'm thinking on the herbs. So maybe I was a midwife in previous life. And then there's the art and seamstress, because I love to sew. So all those may have been previous lives. So they're in that memory bank. So I know every day there's something. Sometimes it wakes me up, or sometimes I'm in the middle of work and it's like, oh, so I got to stop and make a note. And I'm like, and then buy a book about it so I can learn more. So whenever these things come to your mind to be creative on something, if you're not sure, you go and grab a book. So that's part of why I embrace the single life, because um my budget is for me. So I was like, I can go out and buy my art supplies. I can go out and buy bundles of cloth and stuff like that so I can sew and have my seeds, because I'm I'm not only am I a farmer, but it's gonna be more than just farming for me. It's gonna be farming to teach. So that's why we're gonna have art, seamstress, I was saying, the hobbies like, excuse me, forging, building, wind chimes. I know more than that. Every day something comes to me. Table and chairs, carpentry. I know all that is in there. So I just need to grab a book and read, and then I can do. But the big things are going to be when I have my farm, because I'm going to have a barn specifically for creating things. Ah, so embracing your single life plans. During the week, your couple friends will invite you out. But the weekends, they do couples and couples. I don't know why it's like that. I've always seen it like that. Maybe one day someone will say why they don't invite their single friends on the weekends when they're doing stuff. They won't invite them during the week, but I've never understood it. But it's okay. Because that way I can't cancel plans when the weekend come. I can't cancel plans. Because like I said, sometimes I'll be telling myself, okay, Monday, I'm like, okay, you're gonna go out and do this. And then when Friday comes, I don't feel like going out. And it's okay, because it's only you. It's only you. Um, I make dates with myself before this issue came up, of the wearing the mask, which I've never understood, because you're breathing out what you've just breathed in, and there's no time for the oxygen or the air to to cleanse that. So it's you're breathing out oxygen and breathing in carbon monoxide or carbon dioxide. So you're poisoning yourself. So I've never understood that mask stuff. So before that mask stuff came in, I made date with myself. I'll go out, run my errands, do an early dinner, take myself to the movies, or do an early dinner, take myself to the park and get my book and just hang out. So that's how, that's another way I'm embracing my loneliness. Embracing my singleness, embracing my singleness, being able to do things or not to do things, because it's only you. It's only you. It's only you. This is another thing I love, because if you had lived with someone, if I'd lived with someone, maybe they may not like my art all over the house. Maybe they may not like my art over the house, but I love it. Maybe I would not have been able to have a sewing room. So these are things you can embrace with your single life. Single life. Okay. So environment for the projects. So what I'm working on is for the environment part is medicine cards and garden planners. Okay. Teaching people, okay, the different herbs and the benefits for your body. So I'm testing on me because I know certain things, certain herbs we had regularly growing up. You know, something was going to cleanse your blood, something was going to stop headaches, something for sinuses, something for inflammation. And these are most of the herbs and stuff you cook every day. So that's the part, embracing the single life teaches me. You have space to learn plenty of stuff. When it's just you, you have space to learn plenty of stuff. And I don't know. I have a bookshelf. I'm sure the books I have now can fit like a third of the room in my office. So that's the part. That's what I love because I'm learning. I'm learning. My learning part is not the college part. Eventually, I have to finish the college because that's on my to-do list. But I love the non-classroom learning, like the life learning, where I am not structured, like to learn on a schedule. That's another reason. I'm like, oh, I don't have somebody whispering in my ear. You need to do this. You need to finish college. You need to be on a time schedule. Remember, life is not a schedule. Life is not a schedule. You get up and you live. Get up and you live. So you get up and embrace you. Get up and embrace you. Embrace every moment you have. Okay? Love every moment you have. So you get up, remind it to yourself, love me. So you can't love anybody else unless you love me. So embrace you every day. Embrace you every day. So, and if you're going to be single your whole life, enjoy every moment of it. Enjoy every moment of it. Because I do. I do. Until next time, next video, which is going to be about art. We're going to have one about gardening. One about chakras. Chakras on your body. Chakras on your body. And the chakras telling you what part of the body you need to heal, what part you need to fix, what part you need to focus on, what part is more, what part is less than, what herbs you need to help you with it, what music you need to help you with it, what nature you need, because each part of the chakra maintains each part of your body. So we're going to talk about that on another videos. There's plenty to talk about. And like I said, I am single, so I have the time to plan to make the classes. And I'm going to enjoy each and every one of them because it's going to be like a little life story journey. Okay, until next time, I live, I love, I thrive, I'm a queen.